You know, your agencies oversee some of the most transparent, efficient, and complex markets in the world. They're also responsible for ensuring that our capital markets promote price discovery, capital formation, and investor protection. Now, the administration's reform proposals task the SEC and the CFTC with developing a regulatory infrastructure for over-the-counter derivatives and reporting to Congress by September 30th on how the agencies will harmonize two very disparate regulatory approaches. So I look forward to hearing from you to see how well those are coming together and where some of your sticking points are going to be, or if there are some, I think there will, and whether you'll be able to meet that deadline. You know, some in the administration's, with regard to the administration's proposals, I agree with. I think it's even-handed and certainly less radical than other ideas that have been proposed so far in Congress. Still, there's some aspects of the administration's proposals that trouble me. And I'm worried that in the name of systemic risk reduction, requirements that would force more OTC transactions into central clearinghouses or onto exchanges, as well as stringent new margin requirements for both centrally cleared and non-centrally cleared transactions, will make hedging just too expensive for many end users of derivatives throughout the broader economy. You know, the perverse outcome, therefore, of efforts to reduce systemic risk in these markets could actually increase risk for many companies if they're no longer able to cost-effectively engage in a comprehensive risk management practice. So if you take a step back for a moment, perhaps an even more fundamental question should be asked here. Were standardized derivatives significantly related to the recent meltdown of our financial markets? And if not, why are we prescribing cures for a non-existent ailment? You know, the failed oversight of one large dealer directly related to broader regulatory failures in the housing finance markets should not cause us to pursue radical fixes for the broader OTC derivative markets and their non-dealers participants that had little or really nothing to do with the recent crisis. But we do need comprehensive regulatory reform, but it needs to be sensible, and we need to make sure that we're addressing actual problems in the way that we're doing it and not causing more harm than good. The risk of mobile capital migrating elsewhere as we overshoot the mark in regulatory reform, I think, is a real one, and we should take the time to carefully evaluate the proposals presented to us before we move ahead with legislation. So once again, thank you, members of both the panels for coming here today, both members coming to the panel today. Thank you for the people who have been here on numerous times in the past as well. Thank you.